everyone, and welcome to IGN Anime Club, another special episode, our third OVA. It's just like a special thing.
Yes.
Yay.
Yay anime.
Yay anime. We're special here because of Jump Festa. We got a lot of cool announcements, and we want to talk about them. So I'm your host, Marina Sanchez, and joining me is Kelly Plaguey.
Hello.
Megan Sullivan.
Hello.
And we have two extra special guests from Bandai Namco, Stephen Akana.
Nice to meet you.
And super cool David Lee, a member of the Anime Club community. Hey.
Hey, yay anime. Thank you.
It's so cool to have you
Welcome.
here.
Thank you.
Both of you. It's great to have you guys. So would you guys tell us a little bit what you guys do in Bandai?
So I'm an associate brand manager at Bandai. I focus specifically on our anime products. So a lot of titles like One Piece and God Eater, stuff like that.
That's everyone like cheering right now. We're like,
Everyone,
that's what we want.
Yes.
Well, I'm a community specialist over at Bandai Namco. I primarily work on the anime titles, so kind of taking push. So it's kind of why.
Yay anime.
So I've been
like
working on Sword Art Online stuff and Tale stuff and things like that. So
Yeah. Awesome.
Welcome.
Yeah. So we had a lot of new announcements. What do you guys want to talk about first? I know we're excited for Sword Art.
Sword Art.
Want to talk about that?
So yeah, Sword Art Online Hollow Realization is coming out on PS4 and Vita. Or the announced date's going to be noted, sorry. And with that, it's going to be in the same world. In Alphian, you're still going to be playing those main characters like Yuto and Ozma. And with that, there's no flying in this one, but it's a new story that they're building and built, I think, has really nice graphics.
Is the combat similar to Lost Song, or is it a little different?
I believe so. We don't have too much information, but yeah, it's kind of in that same vein.
Okay.
So.
Do you know if there's any romance options like in Hollow Fragment?
Oh man. Sure. And yes, it was kind of built off like the Hollow Fragment. So we can't say for sure, but
Can't say
almost
for
possible.
sure, but all right, just a little bit tantalizing information.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
wanted to
Yeah.
We're all about the romance options
We're all
in
about
IGN
the
Anime Club.
How much dating?
It's like, yes, it's like,
Can I date them?
Yeah, we were just talking about Hatful Boyfriend.
Mhm.
You gotta
There's
date
no
him.
pigeons that you can
Yeah.
date in this game.
Yeah.
Darn.
Shame. Darn
Well,
shame.
Future crossovers.
I mean, it has to happen, right?
Make it
It makes
happen.
sense. Kirito will have a legion of pigeon fans, and they'll all want to date him.
It's like pigeon harem, anime,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It totally works.
That was
10 out of 10 would watch.
Yeah, I mean, the hero they deserve. Cool. So is there anything else you guys want to talk about with Sword Art?
I don't believe there's much other information other than that. Yeah, other than
Cool.
it's a thing. Yeah. So
Yeah,
we're
always
very
excited for new Sword Art.
Yeah,
It's-
anybody who's interested in Sword Art should get excited for this.
We were saying before, like, how Sword Art Online is just like a prime place for video games. It's like, because it is a video
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
It's just
Video
like,
game.
it's
within a
laid
video
out
game.
for us already.
Mhm.
Like, it's just there. And so we're always excited to see more of
Yes.
that.
I think there's just so much relatability for the American audience. I mean, like global audience. I mean, there's a lot of relatability, but I mean, the fans of like MMORPGs and being able to see this story that's been actualized in the anime, and then also being able to then transition into being able to play something. It's like it's kind of getting meta on itself. Where you're just
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
you're in the game, but now I'm playing the game where I'm in the game, and that's,
Although,
it's cool.
jumping off of that, I do want to know if you guys can talk about yet if there's any multiplayer options, since this is an MMO world, and Lost Song did have some MMO options that were
We
really
did have
cool.
MMO in Lost Song.
Song,
We're
yeah.
not announcing anything for
For
the next
next
one
one.
yet.
I
I mean,
Totally understandable.
Yeah.
But we got a new title, so that's exciting.
Yeah,
And
we'll keep
it's
an
a
eye on that and
beta.
see when you do have more information. We
We're
should be
right
the first
here.
to
No,
know.
we'll
Yeah.
just-
Yeah.
We'll be here.
Yeah,
We just we like the
Another
anime.
sesh.
Yes. So
Right.
yeah, another big topic, One Piece Burning Blood. You guys announced at TGS, so it's been a little while. We're excited to see more of that.
Yeah, One Piece Burning Blood, it's coming out. We actually just announced that it's going to be coming out for Steam, but it's also coming out on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and PlayStation Vita.
Vita! I get
I-
to use my
every
Vita!
time you guys, so many Vita games. I'm just like, yes, yes.
It's like why I have a Vita is for
More
anime.
friends. It's like more friends for my dating sims. Like I got the
Yeah.
anime boys.
I got my
Vita's the place
Danganronpas,
for the anime
got
boys.
Get your pigeon boys.
my Pigeon
Yeah.
Boys,
Get your Pigeon Boys.
got my Personas,
Personas.
and now I got my One Pieces.
I think it's great when you have a fighting game that's on a Vita and then it's also on console as well, because then you're able to have like this companion piece that you're able to like go around. It's like, if you are a public transit type of person, like,
That's
you can
me.
be
Like
on
all
the
of us.
bus. I'm just going to master all this stuff, and then rule over someone once you get home on the console. So it's great.
Is it cross-play, cross-buy?
Oh, we haven't announced that information yet.
But we
Megan.
don't.
I'm doing my journalistic duty.
Yeah, but the good thing is we got Steam now. Got the Steams.
Yeah,
That's
Play on
true. We got the
PCs.
Steams.
That is good. Got the Steams.
No, we've been supporting a lot of titles on Steam. It's been a really great platform for us. And like when you think about the kind of the demo for anime fans, a lot of them are very in tune with like PC and PC gaming as well. So being able to have that extra option for people, I think, has been really great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely.
So what are you guys excited for? One Piece, Burning Blood.
I'm really excited about how in the game, like if you're a fan of the series, like there's all of the devil fruits, like the different types, like you got
Right.
Logia, you got Paramecia,
Yeah.
you got Zoan fruits, and all these like powers that you're able to actually actualize as you're the player. So, when you're playing the game, you actually have to turn on like your kind of awakened devil fruit state. But if you're a hockey user like Zoro or Usopp or something like that, you have to actually use your hockey as well if someone is using their devil fruit powers. So it takes those concepts from the actual anime series, and then you have to actually really watch and think about the tactics of how you play this game. So it's really fun.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
I've played a lot of One Piece games, so I'm excited. Played all the ones with the what is the word? Dynasty Warriors ones. The Warriors ones.
Pirate Warriors 3, yeah, that was really fun.
So it's a lot of fun. I'm
And then
excited.
plus, like we have like the different size like characters too. Like
Yeah.
we just recently, I think about a month ago, we announced like the Frankie Shogun and like X Drake in his like dinosaur form. So being able to have like these like gigantic players against like other players, but still having them be equally matched with each other.
Yeah,
It adds
Frankie
to the,
versus Nami is gonna be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Or like versus Chopper.
I was sold on dinosaur form. I was like,
Right.
yep, that's a thing. Yeah, that's a thing I'm going to play.
One Piece is so well suited to that too because the character design is super varied in that show, and so you do get a lot of interesting matchups, I think.
And I know fans have been asking for the fighting game series to come back to the States for a while. Like,
Yeah.
there's been a couple that were on like 3DS and stuff, and we're finally able to come back to just like a pure fighting experience for the game.
Yeah.
So it's been really, really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
Set
exciting.
sail for One Piece.
One Piece.
It's from the rap that I love. The 4Kids rap. Look it up.
Yeah,
I tell
Kids
people
rap.
all the time.
we've talked about it a bit before.
Yes, we have.
So
So
it's exciting.
It's an interesting era for
Yeah.
anime.
It
for
was.
Sure.
4Kids.
and David's like, just,
No.
Don't even go there. The 4Kids.
there were some good
edits.
treasures out of that. I mean, like at least with 4Kids, we got shows we love now. I mean,
True,
and we can
true.
now find their original form and love those.
That's really
The original form with the original theme song that isn't a rap.
Yeah.
I blame the Pokemon rap, but then also really
Oh.
love the Pokemon
Yeah.
The
rap.
Poke Rap's good.
Yeah.
The Poke is so good. I still remember most of it.
But then now if you do the rap, you need to set aside like 15, 20 minutes or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
It was originally what, like 150?
150
and more to see.
and
Yeah.
151, but
Yeah.
in the rap there's at least 150, but more to see.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
a
that's
line
right.
from the rap.
See,
They should just we
Callie
should have an
knows.
episode where I rap anime raps.
Best anime raps.
Best anime raps.
Have a
20.
contest. Say like, can you actually do it? At what point do you stop?
What if-
and stop?
What if we write our own anime rap?
Oh,
We just
wow.
it'd be really good.
Freestyle.
It'd be about Satsuki.
Yeah, it would be. Kill a kill forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we got another Tales of coming.
Tails.
That's exciting. I know.
So Megan,
Megan, this is
Yeah,
you. This is all you.
This is my forte because I've reviewed a lot of Tales games.
you reviewed Zisteria.
I did
Most
review
recently.
Zisteria and I really, really liked it. And so if you're a Tales fan, you too will probably like it. In fact, go out and buy it. It's fun. It's good. It's really nice. But we have a new one on the horizon, and this is Tales of Berseria.
Yes.
Berseria?
With once again not a lot of announcements yet, but we do have it for the PS4 and the PS3, and it does star, I believe, Violet, and she essentially gets kind of courted into these pirates, and essentially it's kind of her tale going through that.
So you say pirates. So do we get to see pirate ships or anything, or do you know?
Most likely.
Pirates do like their ships. So.
Pirates
Yeah.
do like ships.
They do like ships.
They do.
They do. Will we be running
So-
into the One Piece crew?
That'd be
More
amazing.
crossovers. Yeah, more
Yeah.
crossovers.
One thing I did read about it was that Ufotable will be doing the cutscenes, and they did Fate Stay Night
Oh wow.
on Lady Blade
That's great
Works.
anime, yeah.
So yeah, and they have amazing animation. So like that's even more exciting because Anime.
Yeah. Anime.
They do. Yeah, anime. They do like really
So on
great.
point.
They do really great animation. So I'm excited to see that in Visceria as well.
Okay. Well, I think one of the things that makes Tales popular is the battle system and how
yeah.
it's sort of like a mix of action RPG and also a little bit of brawler, which is really fun.
Battle system's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I definitely am looking forward to seeing what the combat is like in this particular game.
More to be
Pirates.
announced.
More to be announced.
Yes.
What's your guys' favorite Tales game?
Oh.
Putting you on the spot.
Zillia? I would say Zillia.
Zillia?
Yeah. I know everyone loves Symphonia, but I actually haven't had a chance to play that yet. But it's... I know.
I'm kidding. I know, it's fine. You do you.
But
There's
yeah.
so many.
I would
There's so
never
many.
shame anyone for not having played a game, so don't worry about it.
Thank you.
Well, I'll put you in the Tales dungeon. You play and then you can't come out until you're done. So.
I'm done with all
Fair
of them.
enough. Yeah.
Sounds like a nice punishment to me, but
It doesn't sound like a dungeon. That sounds like Umaru's like hideout at the
Her lair,
yeah.
her secret lair,
Secret lair at the
snacks
library,
everywhere.
yeah.
It's really palatial. So it's quite nice.
okay. So we got Zillia and
I really like Vesperia.
that's a really popular one.
But I mean, like, there's so many titles, and like, I think it's just mainly the concepts of each one where it's like they're all so story driven, and like, the extra bits of like the character like vignettes and stuff where you have like this bit of like comedy with like the characters together.
Right.
You really find that you're connecting with the story a lot, more so than some other RPGs that I've played before. So yeah, I'm really excited about Berseria.
What would you recommend for someone who's never played a Tales game? Like the first Tales game that you should go out and try?
Ooh, good question.
I'd say go out and pick up Zestiria right now.
Zestiria?
I mean, it's a really great game. It has a lot of great elements from the series, but we also have a lot of cool anime crossover DLC for the game as well.
Right.
Yes.
We
So
released
for-
the Neon Genesis Evangelion
Yeah.
series.
I love that so much. I
yes.
saw
So
those.
good.
I saw
Oh, yeah.
those. I was just like, that's so good.
So
Just take my
for
money.
And then just recently we put out the God Eater costumes as well.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Oh, yes,
so
that's
for
right.
for our club members, that's probably a really good one because you're gonna like all those costumes. The God Eater costumes probably brings us to our next question.
Meg-
Oh, that's a great. Yeah, that was
Transitions.
amazing.
It's that.
Usually it's I did a Megway.
You did a Megway.
Yeah. So new God Eater stuff, and I believe you said two
games.
Two games.
So it's
just
God
saw-
Eater Resurrection and God Eater Rageverse 2.
Oh, cool.
So-
So, the anime is started in September, and I think the last episodes will be airing soon.
It's
on, like,
there was
episode
it's
9 or
on
10
yeah,
now.
it's
like in
kind
the-
of
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
in the middle there. But so do these games tie into the anime? Is it
Well, so the
similar?
anime is based off of the actual.
It's based off of the
first
first game,
series,
First game,
But the difference is that the main character in the anime, that's who you actualize when you play the game.
Right.
So when you're playing it, it's just your protagonist. But
Yeah.
in the anime, they were just like, well, let's actually create who you as the player would figuratively be.
Right.
Mhm.
So this is carrying on from the original game then. the
Yeah, so
original God Eater
Resurrection
game.
it's a remake of God Eater Burst. It does have a couple little extra elements to it, but stuff that we'll be announcing later. But I mean, it's really great because both the stories they tie into each other, and God Eater, it's just like Tales, is really really story driven. It's this amazing environment of like it takes place in like 2071 where everything has been kind of torn down, and it's all these origami, or they're known as they're kind of they're deities that are malevolent deities, and they're comprised of these oracle cells. And so as they've come together, they just continue to devour everything around them. So like the world is it's in a hurtful place, and the Fenrir organization, they've come up with a way of being able to create these god arcs, which are
Amazing
made of
weapons.
the same
Yeah.
made of the same cells. They are they're great ways for them to be able to have something that they can fight these monsters back with, because nothing else really works against them. So it's kind of using themselves against themselves to extract the core of like their hive mindset, because they're really it's an amalgamation of a bunch of cells.
Yeah.
Right.
And they have a single mind, and it's like the god arcs, they're there to actually extract and devour that one thing that's controlling all of them. So
Yeah. I got to play a little bit at TGS, and it was a ton of fun. So I'm excited. Also, Vita games, yes.
Yay.
Yes. Again with the Vita games. We need more
More
Vita
Vita
games.
games,
Y'all have a
yeah.
Vita and we want to use it.
all three of us have Vitas.
You know, it's like a weird, it's kind of like a weird thing. We're like, oh, but do you play your Vita? I'm like, yeah, all the time.
yeah,
it's
people
funny.
think we don't do it. It's like, yeah, my Vita is always charging. I'm always ready to go. So I'm excited because there's all of these announcements are, or most of them, obviously not Passeria, but like a lot of them are going to come to Vita, and that's super exciting.
Yeah, God Eater, it's going to be PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita, and also on Steam as well. So
It's so I really like that everything's coming to Steam too, just because, like you said, that's something that's a good avenue for anime fans, and anybody who doesn't own a PlayStation console can still enjoy that. So
Yes.
yay Steam, yay,
Yay.
anime.
Steam, yay anime,
It's
yay
like
Vita.
the
Yeah.
most yay animes we've had in like one
Yeah.
bunch.
Condensed, yeah.
It's just for you, David.
Oh, thank
So
you.
just wanted to for you.
I'm honored.
Jog my memory. Was God Eater an anime or game?
Game
series?
first.
It was,
First,
it was
and then
game
anime.
first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Was
then
it on
like,
PSP?
I think it's
Yeah.
still on PSP.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that
right.
was. It was.
Okay.
It's a long time
So
ago.
it goes back. It doesn't feel like that long ago, and then I think about it, and I'm like, that's a lot of
PSP is a long
years.
time ago. PSP also had like a crazy long lifespan in
Yeah.
Japan, especially.
Yeah.
Development on that was very long.
are they
Yeah.
still making games for them?
I think
Every
so.
blue moon.
Yeah.
In Japan, they do.
I'm pretty sure there was a game at TGS for PSP, so because they give us like a fact sheet of like all these things. Like there was like one for Wii still,
Oh,
and then
wow.
one for PSP.
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh, we.
probably
Wow.
3 for Dreamcast or something.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yes.
maybe someone
Bring it
out
back.
there is still developing for it. You know,
Yeah.
Sega Saturn games.
Yeah.
it's like the new thing, right?
Yeah, for pretty much. It's the ultimate in retro game.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get real retro.
You really want those retro graphics? Well, we got them.
You have to blow on the cartridge, but it should work.
Oh, I missed that.
I lived
I
that.
don't.
It was not as fun or funny as it sounds.
It's scary.
Yeah, it was. You would.
You're not supposed to do that. It corrodes the.
You're not
Oh,
supposed to do
really?
any of the
Yeah.
stuff that we
Wow.
did. So my younger brother and I would take the Nintendo Entertainment System cartridges out, blow on them, put them back in, and slam the top of our NES. And by God, it worked. It shouldn't have, but
Yeah.
it worked.
You had to kind of like pop it up and down.
Yeah,
a couple
down.
times.
Oh
like-
yeah. Some people put it in the freezer to cool the system
What,
down.
really?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a true
that's the
story.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it actually corrodes the metal if you blow on because like the moisture in
That
your
makes
breath.
sense.
Yeah.
And that makes sense
So-
because it stopped working more and more as I did that.
Exactly.
Yeah, we all thought we were so genius for
This
that.
is really useless information now. I'm so sorry.
Okay, well, this is history in gaming.
So
there
you won't have
go.
to do that with God Eater at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
The good news.
Bringing it back. Bring it right back around.
Yes, cool. We also have another game, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. We know a lot of people love the JoJo's.
Yeah.
We got the poses.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Poses. Yeah.
No, super excited. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Eyes of Heaven. It's all by CyberConnect 2.
Yeah, I
it's
like those
going to be
guys.
coming out on PlayStation 4. It's really great. We released All-Star Battle for PlayStation 3. It was a traditional kind of player versus player fighting experience. For Eyes of Heaven, it's 2-on-2 stylish tag team JoJo action. So it kind of gives a better opportunity for larger stages and being able to take advantage of all the different creative characters from the JoJo series that wouldn't really work in a player versus player. So you have,
Yeah.
like characters that like Undul, like he can controls water. And so in like the manga or the anime, he's actually fighting them from like a long distance away. So in this game, if you're playing 2-on-2, you can have someone who's kind of a close combat person. The other person's picking him, and he actually sits and it's like in the story, he sits down and then his water kind of goes out and you're controlling the water, but you have to think that you're kind of helpless back there because anyone can come and attack you. So
Right.
it adds a lot of different variety, and it has a lot of fun elements because of the cooperation of having a 2 versus 2 fighting experience.
Is this local 2-on-2 or is this online?
It's local and online.
Local and
Or
online.
actually, no, it's just online.
Just online.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Good to know.
The future.
The future.
There's a lot of things now.
No
but
split screenings.
No
so.
split screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think a screen peeking. Remember that? Going back to history.
Yeah, I can't.
But, yeah,
Don't look at my corner. Don't look at my corner.
yeah.
Remember-
My brother was so guilty of
have you
that.
seen like the memes where they have like the
The
blanket on the
sheet?
table?
Or like the cardboard.
Yeah,
yeah, you
the
make a little
cardboard,
fort
yeah.
and only
You can only see part of it.
So
That's too intense though. You just gotta trust your buds.
no, you don't.
No,
But
no,
now-
you don't.
now-
Don't ever make that
There's no
mistake.
trust in
Well, the thing
competition.
is,
don't
now-
trust anyone.
Now you don't have to. You can just you have to play
Yeah.
online.
So yeah, so like you said, this is you can take advantage of different characters better with this system, and it sounds interesting because getting to strategize that way because I like to play ranged characters a lot, but if I don't have anybody to help me, I'm super screwed. So.
Especially if they get close.
Yeah.
And CyberConnect knows what they're doing with their fighters, because obviously they do all the Naruto games.
Oh, yes.
And they know their systems very well too. So it's very exciting to hear that get some variation in this new JoJo's game.
Visually, it's gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's CyberConnect
Not surprised.
too.
Yeah, I was gonna say CyberConnect too.
Gorgeous.
What do you expect?
But then also, like, a great thing for it is that there's an original story for this as well.
Ooh.
And so, like, in the first one, like, a lot of the different chapters, like, you got some of, like, the text vignettes in between each chapter. This one is actually, like, you know, rich in-game, like, you know, scenes that have been, like, you know, you have in-game characters and a lot of vocals, like, acting out, like, this whole story of, not to give away too much, but, you know, it's...
Go on.
Basically, it starts at the end of chapter 3. So, you know, all the stuff happened. They ended up defeating Dio, and they're just like, you know, they're at the airport. They're just like, oh, yeah, okay, we'll see ya. You know, we're off. And then characters who should be dead are starting to show up again. And they're, like, have this, like, evil aura around them. So the whole point of this new JoJo's, like, kind of original story is, like, you know, searching for the truth. Like, what's going on here? Who's behind these friends and foes that are coming back, and, you know, trying to advance to see exactly who's behind all this stuff.
It was I, Dio.
Yeah, it's like
Nice.
a lot.
Megan's
Probable way of doing it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I love it so much. So good.
Yeah. This is the kind of thing, though, that someone who hasn't seen the series can jump into. Do they get a recap at the beginning or anything? I mean, obviously,
You're not going to get,
you
like, a
might not know.
recap on the true story, but you're going to be able to get a little bit of information about each character. You're not going to feel lost, I guess. So
yeah.
it's a fun experience if you're a big fan of the series. There's a lot of, like, fan service that's in it.
Right.
Oh, yes.
But if you're new to the series as well, it's a really great story. So it's something that's very very involving, and it's fun to have such a strong story component with a fighting game as well.
Yeah, that's super awesome. I'm one of those people that often gets into the original media for something through a game or something. So I got into The Walking Dead through the Telltale game, for example. So that's just, I like it when it's well done. So it sounds like somebody who hasn't seen JoJo's, maybe that would be a way to get them to watch the anime, which is always
It's
the
true,
beauty of anime games.
Yeah.
It is. Pokemon, perfect example.
Yeah.
Oh, very true, yeah.
No, with the series, it's been, like, so highly influential for like video games, anime, like pop culture in general. Like, you know, I encourage anyone who hasn't, you know, experienced anything about JoJo's, just go onto, like, Wikia and just start reading about, like, JoJo's.
Seriously.
Look at the cultural references. It's kind of amazing.
It's amazing.
Like, how much it
It's
kind
also
of bleeds
just
into
a
everything.
really fun show.
Yeah.
I mean,
They have a character named Speedwagon, for God's sake. It's so amazing.
Like
The best.
REO
Speedwagon.
yeah.
So, yay.
Yeah.
Yay, super excited for it.
Yeah.
Before we let you guys go, we have to ask, what are your favorite anime?
Oh.
Putting you on the spot.
On the spot.
Yeah, it's like usually in our shows we go around and, like, talk about what we've been watching, but our guests, we got to know, like, what's your favorite? Like, who are you?
It does not.
It's a
have
reflection
to
of your
be
soul.
any of the things we talked about. It can be, of course, if you want, but
I'll say it's a tie between Evangelion and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Food Wars is really close.
this made them very happy.
Yeah.
We recently did an episode on food.
Oh, yes.
Food
All
Wars
about
was
food. Yeah.
very prominent.
Such a good show. My mom got into Food Wars.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, Mom, I'm watching this show about food, and then I regretted it immediately because they're all naked.
Yeah, that's
My
what
mom was
I'm
like, I'm
saying.
gonna watch it anyway. And I was like, okay. And then she got obsessed. She got ahead of me and everything.
Oh my
It's
god, that's
awesome.
amazing.
That first episode's pretty racy.
It's
Yeah.
it's
So good choice. is what
more
I'm
than a
saying.
lot of the series too. Like more, it's just like whoa, and then you're like, oh, it calms down a bit, but then it gets intense again. They're like, this is good.
But it's like it's a fine line, and they didn't cross
Yeah,
it
yeah.
at all. I thought it was really expertly put together.
Yeah, probably one of the best ecchi around. I think.
To be fair, everyone gets naked too, so everyone
Yeah,
feels
no,
included.
Yeah,
it was an
opportunity.
equal balance.
Yeah.
And I thought
Yeah.
that kind of made it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
all the
less
guys are
intense.
like the business guys in the first episode. They're so ripped, and it's like, they're so ripped. So I was just like, okay, I guess.
I could talk about Food Wars all day, but what's your favorite show?
We were talking about this earlier
Yeah,
a little bit. I really like Hikaru no Go. That series it was about Go playing, and it's a Shonen Jump series. it's something that's really close to my heart just because it's so kind of emotional, I guess. But something more lighthearted, I really, really love Princess Jellyfish.
I've only read the manga.
The manga is great.
It's so fantastic. It's
anime
finally
is ridiculous. When they end up doing the whole like she's all that like kind of doing everyone and like getting them all dressed up and going out, like it's so funny. Like I was dying laughing watching the series.
I want to watch it, but I also know it's over, so I don't want to know its little conclusion. Like the manga's still going, so I'm like I just gotta stick with manga for now. One day, I will know.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky business choosing manga or anime.
Yeah,
Like I've only read the Death Note manga. I haven't even watched the anime.
It's so weird.
I know. It's the weirdest choice, but I did it. Oops.
I saw the movie. That's how I
really?
know it.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw that it was
The
playing
live
on
action?
TV Japan or something, and I was like, "Is this Death Note?" And so that's how I got into it because I was like, "Oh, I saw the movie. I saw the live action
Oh, the
movie."
live
Oh yeah,
action
well
movie,
now
yeah.
there's also live action
Drama
television.
series, yeah.
Drama.
Yeah,
So.
drama. Nice bringing it back
And,
to.
and there's
contemporary
a new
times.
movie coming out in the U.S.
Yeah,
and
Oh.
Yeah,
Death Note's everywhere.
it is
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
there's animes everywhere, and it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much for coming in and telling us about your new games. We are excited for more announcements whenever you have them.
Yay.
We want to know.
No,
Yes,
we would love
come
to come
back.
back, talk to you guys more about anime and you know
Yeah.
all the games that we're working on. So
Absolutely, you guys are
Yes, of
welcome
course.
anytime.
Awesome.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much for our OVA. We hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you guys regularly on Tuesday again.
Oh
Later.
wait, everyone's Twitter handles.
Oh,
so
yeah,
if
before we
you know
go.
how
That's a
to
thing.
contact these wonderful
That's important.
gentlemen, this is important.
Yeah, we'll let you guys go first.
Sure. So Pudgy Boy, PUDGY, BOI.
I don't really use Twitter too much, but mine's at No She Betta Don't.
Oh, how
That's really good.
Whoa.
Man, and why don't
That's
you use
sassy.
Twitter more?
I was,
That's good.
I was surprised it was available, so I was just kind of like, that's mine.
That was real sassy. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm Megan, MEGHAN_IGN.
I'm at Havoc Rose and Havoc with a K.
Inky Dojiko. INKYDOJIKKO.
And that is our third OVA. So thanks for joining us. Yay anime!
Yay!
Bye.